Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're having a look at a very cool game. This is Shapez 2. This is the early alpha that should be available in demo form very, very shortly indeed. This is an unbelievably promising factory management style game, automation game. Anyway, let's jump into things. Let's jump into a brand new game and see what we have got in store. As ever, I'll do my very best to explain what the heck is happening. Hopefully, we'll have a little bit of fun along the way. Now, I would thoroughly encourage you to check out the original Shapez. The original Shapez game is fantastic. It came completely out of nowhere, and the premise is pretty simple. There's a little bit of preamble. That's fine. The premise is very, very simple. We need to get stuff into this big hole here. And there's a variety of things that we're going to utilize to make that happen. But the point is that everything in the game is basically free. This is a very, very pure automation game in the sense that you can build whatever factory you want, and it's all about efficiency. It's all about making something that really, really works very, very well. Anyway, we only have a few buildings in the first instance. However, if we're able to achieve this objective, then we are going to get a few other buildings. We're gonna get the half destroyer if we're able to fulfill this objective. We can see the shape up in the corner over here. We can actually have a little look. And we can see the shape, how it looks in 3 dimensions, etc. Now, the sort of three-dimensionality, is that a word? Not really. The point is that this is a brand new dimension in Shapez 2. Shapez 1 only had 2 dimensions, and it was still pretty darn good, but this is 3 dimensions, and it's pretty cool too. Anyway, let's get our buildings down. Let's stop procrastinating. We can build what's called the extractor, 30 shapes per minute. We can place them all on these little sort of holographic points over here. It looks very, very good. It looks so clean. It looks so sharp. It also, I mean, it plays really, really well. It feels really, really responsive. Anyway, we can mine up these shapes, and all we're gonna do is plug them into the existing infrastructure that we've got. Again, everything is completely free. Nothing costs money. I mean, I can start belting around the place. I mean, it doesn't particularly matter. I'll queue this all up for deletion because everything is free. It is all about optimizing. There we go. Okay, so everything is going to be put onto these belts. It's going to be simplified into 2 belts. We have got these belt launchers, which can fire 60 a minute, so we should be able to deal with, I guess, all of the circles that are coming through. And let's do that over there as well. I mean, I don't know why this is belted the way it is, but the point is that this should work. This should work very, very simply, and we should be able to achieve this objective very, very swiftly indeed. Okay, let's do it. Brilliant. Technology has been unlocked. Destroys the west half of any shape, outputting what remains. This is, of course, the half destroyer. Okay, we got a brand new tool, and in fact, we have got a new objective, and this is going to unlock the 90-degree CW rotator. We have got 2 shapes on this island. We've got circles over here, and we've got squares over here. Squares, believe it or not, work exactly like circles, except they're squares. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's get this punted in there. Let's start cutting these. It's worth noting, by the way, that these guys only cut 20 per minute. So what we actually need is we need 3 per. Let's think about the best way of doing this. Let's do that. Let's get cutting. There we go. What am I doing here? No. We need. You know what? It doesn't actually matter. Just go 1 for 1 at the moment, and in fact, we'll get more. We don't need to get the ratio right. We just literally need to build. We need to build a lot of stuff. Like, we can always incrementally improve all of the elements of our factory. Like, we don't need to be precious about resources. I need to get out of that mindset, you know, that we need to worry about anything. Because look, that actually works completely fine. Let's do this. Head right to the middle. And just like so. Okay, now I believe that at the moment, the big old vortex thing in the middle, which is very funky looking. I don't really know how that. I don't know how it works lore-wise. It's complicated, probably. Anyway, the point is that should be able to take any rotation of shape. I mean, we are providing half the shape. It's not currently in the correct rotation, but that's okay because we don't actually have the capacity to fix that at all. We only need to get 20, and 20 we shall be able to get very, very swiftly indeed. We're going to end up deleting all of this in a little moment anyway, but that is fine. Anyway, if we jump into the research tech tree, we can actually see a rough idea of what we've got coming up. That's fine. We've also got a little knowledge panel here, which is just more information about some of the different buildings that we are going to be unlocking along the way. We've got some camera snapping, which is fine too. We'll leave that on 30%. Boom. We've got the rotator, and what do you know, the rotator allows us to rotate the shape, and then we can cut it so we can actually get some more precise cutting. Okay, what is this? Cutting speed. We need to get half the shape, and that's an extra sort of bonus little mission. Increases cutting speed by additive 50%, and that's on the half destroyer. That's definitely something that I'm interested in, for sure. Let's see if we can try and take this out of here. Let's get rid of that. And then let's see if we can try and cut. There we go. How much do these guys do? These do 20 a minute. That's fine. So we got a full belt. So we're going to need 3. So we're going to end up with a shape that looks like so. And then we will rotate it immediately afterwards. Nice. And then we will cut again, which I think seems pretty perfect. Half the shape will be deleted. Brilliant. And then we'll rotate, rotate, rotate. And that will give us this shape over here, which I think is pretty much the shape that we're looking for. And if I'm not mistaken, we should have a full belt coming in, and we should have a full belt coming out. And that should work out not too badly, which is very, very nice. This side over here, I think we're going to do something similar. We are going to... We don't need to rotate. In fact, we're going to cut. We're going to cut down the center. There we go. That's going to give us this shape. And then we are just going to rotate twice. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy, copy. Copy, 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 copy. And... that's all looking good, and that should get us this little side quest over here, which I am quite excited about doing. Okay, this is all looking pretty good. Everything seems to be balanced. It's all of the resources that need to be coming in. We're getting them all. That is great. We're going to fly through this objective. We're going to hopefully achieve this little side mission over here. We can probably get rid of this absolute monstrosity that we've created. In fact, hopefully we'll be able to. Hopefully we'll be given a mission that will allow us to get rid of it. A second floor. Ooh, look at this. We're actually utilizing all 3 dimensions. Very, very exciting. As I say, I absolutely love Shapes 1. It was really, really good. And this second one is shaping up to be even more fantastic. Okay, anyway, second floor. Unlocks the second floor, allowing you to route belts efficiently. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, so what do we got here? Belt speed 1. Oh, that's just straight easy. Why don't I just plug all this in? Yeah, just plug all of this in, please. I mean, we've got far too much. We've got far too much, but that's okay. We also need to get the stacker. This is going to be a little bit of a more complicated affair, I think. So we're going to need to cut. That's the second floor that I just teased. Yeah, let's delete this. Keep that all over there, and then let's leave this as so. So we're going to need to do this, then we're going to need to rotate, then we're going to need to cut again. And then that's going to give us this shape, and then we're going to need to rotate, rotate, and rotate. And that is what we're going to be left with. Now, also, there is a little hotkey overview, which is kind of cool. I'm utilizing the pipette tool fairly consistently, but I think I can also do shift-click. Then we can also... Can I copy this right now? I don't think I have the ability to... I don't think I have the ability to copy at the moment. I will, though. I hope I'll have the ability anyway. either way, we can just copy all the machines for now. Let's get that over there, that over there. It's a little bit ugly, but that's fine. And bring it over here. Beautiful. Okay, cutting speed 1 will unlock that. Belt speed, we're going to make some progress on that. We need 50 of these stackers. Honestly, don't know why I'm not just doing it in bulk, but that's fine. Let's make it happen. Nice. It's looking good. It's looking good. And we will have our belt speed upgrade. I mean, this isn't the most efficient way of doing things, but it should work. And this belt, I think, will be just ever so slightly more busy than it perhaps should be. Especially now that we've got the cutting speed bonus. But look, you know what? It doesn't actually matter. We're going to be able to get this stacker objective fairly quickly anyway. Although, tell you what, we do actually have the opportunity... Delete that. We have the opportunity to test out this second floor business. The second floor is kind of cool. I kind of massively love it because you're able to do. I mean, look at what we just did there. That was remarkably quick to just immediately get that sorted. Let's utilize that belt speed upgrade. Oh my goodness, everything has sped up a lot. That's quite disconcerting, actually. Things feel a lot more busy and happening now. I like it. Anyway, the point is, we got a second floor. That's looking good. We go up, we go down, we fire them off into the center of the galaxy thing. This is where things start to get very, very funky indeed. This is the stacker. Unlocks the stacker, allowing shapes to be stacked and combined. This is cool. Okay, what do we got here? We got a cutter, and we have got a rotator. To unlock. Now, this is the shape that we need to build. We can see deconstructed exactly what it is. It's a square on the bottom. It is a circle on the top. We have the stacker. Let's see if we can try and build that. Yeah, in fact, let's see if we can try and build it over here. I'm going to build a few stackers. Okay, so we want it to be like this, and we'll give ourselves a little bit of space. But you can see we need to put shapes into the bottom that we want to go on the bottom. So in this case, we're going to have squares coming in at the bottom, and then we're going to have circles going in at the top. So let's see if we can try and sort all of that out. And in fact, let's cut this. That looks pretty good to me. Do I need to get a second one? I may need to get a second one. But you know what? We can do that pretty darn fluidly, just like so. Let's deconstruct that. Let's make sure that we've got that belt going into there, that belt going into there. And in fact, of course, because my belts are slightly faster now, we should actually be able to muster... We should actually be able to muster slightly more shapes onto a single belt. Anyway... That's good. Let's get circles as well, because we're going to need circles. How many do we need? I think four circles should be enough. 4 circle extractors anyway. How fast does belt do? Belt does 90 per minute. Extractors do 30 per minute. So we actually get 3. Okay, I see. And how many do stackers do? Stackers do 15 a minute. So actually we only do 60. So a full belt is actually more than we need. However, if I actually get more stackers, I'm perhaps overcomplicating things here. Point is, it doesn't actually matter. Okay, looks good. That's the circles. And then squares, which are also 90. I have... Look at that. Look at that. I have massively over-egged exactly how many resources we're going to need. But do I care? I do not. I do not care. This is fine. You know, this is... We're just future-proofing. We're future-proofing. Anyway, I love these little sort of like holographic things that show us exactly what shapes we're going to be producing, and it's kind of nice because it shows exactly if there is a problem with the belts, if there's any interruptions, which in this case there is, but now there's not. Be pretty good. We also have this, a cutter, separates the west half of any shape from the east half and outputs both of them separately. I would quite like to do that. However, I'd quite like to see one of these stackers in action, just so that I can show you what the heck is going on. Looks like it's going to be this one that acts first. Look at that. Smushed down into the appropriate form. It just looks so cool. It just looks so cool. And I mean, you can play this for yourself right now, but it feels great. It feels really, really great to play. Feels really, really nice. Okay, so this is all looking nice. We need 80 of these bad boys. I don't think that that's going to take too long at all. Let's see if we can try and set up an additional stacking operation. Doesn't need to be as sophisticated, perhaps, as that first one that we've got. We need to cut this. We need to get the... This does 30 per minute. We're going to need 3 of those. Right, try that. That's going to give us... In fact, it's going to give us the exact right type of shape. And we'll line that up like so. And then circles... We could actually get ourselves a secondary belt of circles. I don't think we're going to need all of the circles on this belt, but... It's a good little thing to do. Okay. Can we place stuff on the second layer, actually? I think we can. We absolutely can. Let's get a few of those over there, and then we'll get some rotators. Rotators. That looks great. Simplify them down into one single line, and suddenly I think we've got the exact right shape that we need. Beautiful. All that remains for me to do is to plumb this in like so. And eventually, we're going to be able to get this checked off as well, which is going to be a cutter. Cool. All right, we've got a counterclockwise rotator. I think that's what it stands for anyway. That's good. We can now optimize our rotation as opposed to having to rotate twice or 3 times, whatever it is. So we're quite happy with that. Oh, look at this. Blueprints, copy and pasting. Very, very nice indeed. I am interested in this. We need 120 of these bad boys. Okay. Is this setup entirely redundant now? I think it kind of is, you know? I think it kind of is. I think I'd like to make an improvement. I think I'd like to make an improvement to this part of the process. Ugh. Okay, so that's happening. This is not happening. I mean, this doesn't need to... This doesn't need to exist. Let's ditch this. Let's ditch this. There's no point in having this around. Bring this all back. And then let's see if we can try and do blueprints from this existing infrastructure here. Okay. We should also probably clear the contents for all of these. Not like it particularly matters, but we'll do that anyway. How are we doing the cutter? Are we doing the cutter? We're doing the cutter as we should be. Fantastic. Okay, that's excellent. Right. So we need to be multi-stacking this. So we need to be creating... We need to be creating a cutter. There we go. And ideally, we'd be saving both parts of this, but it's not necessarily the end of the world that we're not. So we take this half, we slice this one again, then that leaves us with that half. Then we're going to rotate this twice, and then we're going to combine. Right? So that's the process that we need to do. That goes in there. That goes in there, I believe. Then bring this out here. And that is 3/4 of the roughly the right shape. And if I rotate like so, that will get us to the correct configuration. It's a little bit awkward to do, and I'm going to have to duplicate it a little bit, but that's fine. Ooh, separates the east and west half of any shape. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I actually want the cutter. I think I actually do want the cutter. Because that's a little bit more... That's a little bit more sophisticated. We'll still keep this set up, don't worry. Okay, and then I need to cut... I mean, I could cut again? But I need to rotate first. Rotate, then cut again. Okay, I've not left myself enough space here. Anyway, the point is that we absolutely have the capability here to get the correct type of shape. I'm just thinking it would be really, really nice to try and keep more of the correct resources over here, because we are sort of limited in the amount that we have. So yeah, and I think we want to be trying to think with quantity in mind. I mean, 120 for this is... I mean, it's substantial enough. And we're not able to split that way. That's fine. That doesn't matter. Okay, let's do that. Then let's rotate this bit. Rotate this bit. Rotate this bit. Then let's cut and just leave the half, I guess. Okay, then rotate again. Rotate again, and then stack. Okay, that maybe looks like an abomination. But you know what? I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. Okay. So that should give us the shape that we're looking. It's not the shape that we're looking for. Do I need to rotate it again? What have I done wrong? What have I done wrong? Do I need to be rotating counterclockwise? I need to be rotating twice, don't I? I should probably always just build one singular. That's there. Yeah, I need to be rotating counterclockwise. That's fine. Counterclockwise rotation, and then combine. That's fine. Yeah, delete, counterclockwise rotation. Perfect. And then we'll get you up here in there. Brilliant. Okay, so that will be at least our blueprint, half of our blueprint production. Delete that. And of course, we have created a little bit of a few messy ones, but that's okay. Anyway, this is a reasonably simple situation. I'd love a cut. Just a regular cut. We'll just leave it with one for now. And then we will rotate. Cut and drop the half. Cut and drop the half. And then rotate you. And then suddenly, what do you know? We've actually managed to save a little bit more, and we've created, hopefully, a few more. Even though we are sort of like deleting half the shape, we're keeping half of the shape. We could cut more and keep more, but I'm not interested in doing that. Okay, and then this is a case of just sort of plumbing this into the existing setup that we've got, which is exactly why I kept this in the first place. Boom. We'll throw that in there. And we'll get you elevated. Nice. Okay. I'm not entirely sure that I have lined up at all correctly the ratios for any of this. But I guess we will see. This stacking speed, this is one that I can really do quite easily too. Because if I just take another clone of that, this is the correct bit. This is a dangerous game to be doing this, but this is fine. And then we want to probably elevate to the second level. Elevate to the second level up here so that I've actually got a little bit of space to think. Let's rotate. Let's cut. It's going to give us one. I tell you what. You know what? No. I need to get into the habit of utilizing this. This is going to give us the right configuration. The one on the bottom is going to be the correct one. And then let's get anti-clockwise. Beautiful. And what do you know? Look at that. It works. It works an absolute treat. That's going to give us the right shape. And let's just punt that onto an existing... Let's punt that onto an existing belt. You know, it doesn't need a bespoke belt. It doesn't need to be special. It can just be there. Blueprint-wise, we're already making really, really decent progress on the blueprints. How am I doing? I probably don't have enough of anything. Yeah, we should probably just, like, dupe all of this. Is that the right type of... Yeah, it's the right type of setup. Okay, good. Good. And good. Right, that's going to be enough little semicircles. Have we got enough circles? Yeah. Kinda. It's just taking a little while. I kind of don't want to replicate this because it's a little bit of a pain in the backside. So at least we've got the squares sorted. That's what we can think positively about. Let's disconnect this here because I don't actually care about these shapes over here. Trash destroys items. I would like to do that a lot, actually. That looks to be a, yeah, half a circle on half a square. That is, like, presumably one of the easiest. I mean, literally one of the easiest? In fact, we've already got this. We've already got the stuff right here. All we need to do is rotate the circles. Literally. Hold on. I literally just need to do this, this, and then let this flow. And eventually it'll work. I mean, it's going to take a little while to clear the backlog. And we may have to do a few more, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Hey, we got blueprints. Nice. Allows you to copy-paste parts of our factory. That is great news. Okay, look at this. Already we've got a whole bunch of stuff that is happening. Belt speed 2 we are going to get. That's 600 items that we're going to need to get. That's quite something. That's quite something. Cutting speed 2 is 400 of a brand new shape. Space platforms allow new space platforms to be built, expanding your factory. Ooh, interesting. Also, we've got blueprint points. Click to toggle blueprint point values. Delivering these shapes grants you blueprint points. Okay. That's fine. How's this all looking, though? It's all looking reasonably okay. What's the issue down here? Oh, I see. Look at this. We've actually got too many of the little ones. That's a little bit annoying. This is where we would like the opportunity to trash stuff. I mean, if I just delete that for now, bring that back, that will save things temporarily. But what I really need to be doing is I need to be removing this cutter and instead just utilizing the normal cutter as opposed to the this setup. Yeah, that's not exactly super great. Look, the point is I don't actually care about this. It doesn't actually matter. The fact that we get stacking speed, I don't care about that. I'd like to see if we can try and get space platforms. Right. So what is this shape? This is a 3-banger with a little quarter semicircle on top. And of course, it just so happens that the 3-banger that I'm already building is this exact setup. Okay, so I take it all back, and let's actually see if we can try and prioritize this here. Right. Ditch you. You create this shape. I need the bottom right-hand corners, so let's do cutting. And rotate that around. And that's the correct shape. And there is very little that I can do else to make that process work smoother. I can actually delete some of this. And that will allow just a little bit of extra capacity on the belt, which is, I think, important. But that will give us the 3-bangers that we require. That's all good. Let's see if we can try and do... See if we can try and do this. Clone? Heck yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is looking pretty darn good. Let's get this over to here. This is where the journey starts. Don't think that we need that. I think this is all going to be fine. Yeah, let's leave this as is. In fact, we don't even need this half anymore. But hey-ho, it doesn't actually matter. The point is, I would like to get a little circle from somewhere. Ideally, a fresh circle. Bring that over here. And we will cut. We will rotate anti-clockwise. And then we will cut. And then we will rotate again. That way, that way. And that's in a very awkward position, actually. We put that back over here. There we go. Yeah, very awkward position. That should be fine. Let's get this combined. I'm already out of space. This is some absolutely horrific space management, let me tell you. Absolutely horrific space management. I think we want to do this. Can I only squeeze 2 in here? I think I can only squeeze 2 in here. Well, there we go, I guess. Let's see. You know what? It might end up not completely sucking. We need 400 in order to get space platforms. That may be just a bit of an ask. Okay, combine over there. That's looking good. At least we've done it. At least we've done it. It works. As a proof of concept, it is flawless. As a scalable solution to our problems, it is awful. Right, we've unlocked trash, though. That's kind of nice. That means that we can ditch stuff. You can always find more information in the knowledge panel. Yes, I know. Thank you very much. And we've trashed that. Stacking speed by 50%. Hey, that's actually going to make a pretty huge difference. Pretty huge difference. I'm also thinking maybe I can utilize these things here because we don't need any. Yeah, here's a plan. Here's a plan. This is gonna get us back on track. Maybe not exactly that, but you know what? It's fine. Trial and error. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so these are the pieces that we need for the space platforms. We're also going to get the additional pieces that we need for the space platforms over here. Can I build stackers? I can still build stackers over here. God, this is such an ugly mess now, isn't it? Oh, I have absolutely penned myself into a corner. Hey, that's why I need space platforms. Okay. Right, what I'm doing now is I'm trying to save myself some problems. I have the pieces to the puzzle here, but the problem is that the puzzle pieces are in wholly the wrong place. The good news is, I think I've created myself a route. Ooh, I can also set, like, anchors along the way here. That's quite nice. Okay, I am bringing these pieces all the way across to the other side of the map. And in fact, even that's not going to work because I'm going to need to bring... Oh, that's really quite annoying, you know, video game? I don't even know if I still need this stuff. Oh my goodness. Right. Anyway, get this over here too. Nope. Close. Anchor points. Beautiful. Down. All right. We're doing this. We're doing this in a very janky, untidy fashion. But you know what? We're doing it, and we're now actually... We're free. We're free of some pretty awful space considerations, which is quite nice. Okay. I guess all of this stuff is going to be ground level. And... you will have to be above. That's fine. It's the right shape. Beautiful. And let's merge this onto here. Fully intending to destroy whatever the heck is currently on the belt and just hold that back. Although I probably shouldn't hold it back just in case it ends up not working out. Either way. Oh, we actually need that for belt speed too anyway, so we'll keep that coming. Okay. Cool. Okay, there's plenty of extra capacity now on the belt if there is a little bit of backlog. In fact, I'll just immediately distribute that to there. This is looking much better. This is looking way, 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 way better. Way better. Yeah, do I need... I don't really think that I need to worry about the blueprint points systems. We can get additional blueprint points if we build these specific shapes and funnel them into the correct place. But I'm not too concerned about that. Right. Space platforms, we are 108 out of 400. However, we are making some pretty serious progress towards that. I should probably just delete all of this stuff and start again. But I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to use the magic of editing to skip forward to the point where space platforms have been completed. And just like that, the magic of editing, we have accomplished the space platform goal, which is excellent. We've also got belt speed. I'll take the belt speed upgrade. It's going to make a little bit of a difference. Space platforms, let's get that too. Allows new space platforms to be built, expanding your factory. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very cool. Demo challenges unlocks an extra set of goals with more complicated requirements. I'm very, very interested. We've also got a few other things to get. These are some pretty sophisticated... These are some pretty sophisticated shapes. Let's have a little look at platforms here. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, what have we got going on? We've got space belt. That looks like it's already got existing belt on it. Let's build... We can build up to 250 here. And we can space belt like that. Ooh, interesting. We got a lot of... so we can have, like, basically sort of intermediary belting interfaces here. Let's see if we can try and do that there. And then I guess a double whammy of a platform here. And then a platform over there. Is that gonna work for us? That should work. Are we able to mine? Are we able to mine this? We should be able to mine. We should be able to mine here, right? Oh, do I need to have... Maybe I need to have a single platform. No. You don't want to... You don't want to be mineable. I'm not missing anything, am I? I don't think so. Okay, not sure specifically what the issue is here. Hold on, let me have a little look. Wasn't clicking on the right button. Large asteroid miner or an asteroid miner, a singular asteroid miner. That's what we need. That's what we need. And then we also need to get ourselves a space belt. And look at that. We can actually belt everything that we could possibly want over to here. Look at this. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic news. I think it can be transported. I think it can be transported underground there. The point is that we can actually get these shapes out of the ground and... or I guess out of the space. And we've got ourselves some brand new shapes. And we've got ourselves some more sophisticated shapes as well. I mean, this doesn't even take into account all of the other all of the other stuff. I mean, there's the end of the demo right here. There's more demo challenges coming up, but there's also fluids and paintings. There's building floor 3, space rails and trains, platform blueprinting, color mixing, advanced platforms. I mean, dimensional generator. What the heck is that all about? I mean, honestly, I mean, who the heck knows? I mean, who the heck knows? I don't think that's going to go anywhere, is it? Yeah, I don't think that's going to go anywhere at all. Look, it doesn't matter. We're going to wrap this up anyway, right about now. This is a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic demo. I am so unbelievably excited to see Shapez 2 come to fruition. This is just a mere snapshot of what is going to be happening. And honestly, it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. Check out the Patreon if indeed you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. I'll catch you next time. Bye.